Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Super Review Show's Mixed Bag, coming to you live once again from the J Cave. I am joined by my good man, Bill Murphy.
What's going on, folks?
How are you? And we are joined by our... I did this to Justin the other day, but I'm going to do it now officially. I dubbed the Alley left and right shoulder official member of the Super Review Show. There we go.
I thought that was already done.
Yeah,
No,
there's not. However, I don't get confetti.
We don't have any.
Wait, we're off to a terrible start. It's okay. But anyways, we're joined by Justin and Allie, of course. Mr. Mom and the Multiverse of Madness owner is here.
If you've seen Doctor Strange movie, you'll understand what Multiverse of Madness means.
Exactly.
Yep.
And tonight's topic. Oh, just before we do anything.
We the best podcast.
We the best podcast. That's right.
All right.
DJ Khalid, you're terrible. Anyways, long story short. Anyways, we there, guys. No, but as the title of this episode of our phenomenal podcast suggests, we are going to be breaking down and discussing movies and television shows recommended by our mothers, because let's face it, we're all under the age of 30 and we all live at home still, and that's okay. And we're doing great because we have plenty of recommendations of movies and TV shows by our mothers.
And since Sunday is Mother's Day,
and the obvious reason that Sunday is Mother's, happy early Mother's Day to all of our listeners,
all the moms out there.
Yes,
yeah,
you love to see it. You're hopefully by the time you listen to our podcast, you have a phenomenal Mother's Day. We hope you enjoy it. So anyways, who would like to go first and share?
you know what? I'm gonna get it over with. Do I go with my mother's movies first or mother's TVs?
You can. Why don't we just? Why don't you go like with both? Why don't you do your movies and your TV shows, and then we'll go to Justin or excuse me, Mr. Mom, and then we'll go from there. So
Okay. First
Cool.
off, my mom does not like Marvel. She's not a big fan.
No,
She
Dave.
does not understand it.
my mom
But
does.
yet, she will
Calls
sit
it
there anytime doing her work.
stupid
and would-
marvels.
I know. She will sit there doing her work and put on Titanic, aka my least favorite movie of all time.
Wow.
And she
Wow.
loves it. And I literally tell you, how do you watch a 4-hour movie of a boat sinking? She's like, but it's about the love story.
Spoilers, everyone. The boat sinks.
People die.
People
Leonardo
die.
DiCaprio gives up a freaking board for Kate Winslet.
Yay. Been crazy.
James
They
Cameron
robbed
is
him of an
overrated.
Oscar.
James Cameron's overrated.
My heart will never go on.
So is this one that your mom recommended to you?
My mom, because she always watches it, she's always putting it on.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
So in other words, she always says you need to watch. Not she doesn't need you need to watch it, but it's always one of her favorites.
We'll just talk about it for a second. This movie's long.
Again, 4 hours of a boat sinking.
What more could you want?
Like seriously,
Yeah, for real.
I'd rather watch some of the other longer movies. I'd rather sit there and watch Avatar 2 for 24
don't
hours
remind
and watch
me.
Titanic, even though I have yet seen Avatar 2.
They're both James Cameron, so what do you expect?
That is so true. All
That's
right.
true. All right, but anyways, going into your actual real list of movies that and TV shows that your mother has recommended to you. What do you
Okay,
got?
the first one, this was something my mom has gotten me into, and honestly, I started loving it. I've been watching it with my family. Every time we come home, it's always Seinfeld.
Who doesn't like Seinfeld?
Yeah, if you don't like
I mean,
Seinfeld, get
it's
the
like,
hell out of here.
for us, if we all can't decide on what to watch at home, we just put on Seinfeld. I mean, you can't get, there's no way. Like, how can you go wrong with Seinfeld?
Freaking best sitcom of all time, in my opinion, but that's me.
Yeah. And no offense,
Arguably.
no offense to my mother, it's better than her other recommended show,
Okay. Which one is it?
Friends.
Oh.
Damn. Overrated.
I'm like, anytime she tells me
Overrated.
she puts on, I'm like, really? Your little sister likes it. I hate it. It feels so cheesy and corny.
What, Friends?
Yes.
You know, it's funny. I just want to chime in for a second, if you don't mind. Multiverse of Madness. I was talking to someone at one point about Friends, And they said, this is someone who was like older, was like an older, I was in a conversation, I was out and about, whatever. And the guy was like, yeah, it's funny. I watched all of Friends and I watched all of Seinfeld when it was on TV, when it was on, regular TV, when they were making episodes. And he said, I can remember more Seinfeld than Friends, even though each episode of Friends is called the one with blah, blah, blah. Right.
Mhm.
I find that interesting how like that's the case for that. Cause I have watched a good chunk of Friends and I've watched all of Seinfeld and I agree with him to more of an extent. I'm sorry. I'm stealing your pick for a second. I just want to chime in because like, it's so true. The Bubble Boy, Man Hands, there are so many more iconic.
The Soup Nazi.
The Soup Nazi. If anyone wants to track us down at the Super Review Show, my license plate for my car is literally No Soup for You. It's NOZUPE for you. Not even kidding.
My goodness.
But yeah, so I just want to chime in about that for a second because that's kind of like my. But with the Friends and Seinfeld debate, that can go on forever. But
That could be its own show.
Yeah. So, anyways, I tried to chime in for a sec, but go on.
No, all right. There's a couple more from my mom with recommended shows.
Okay.
I mean, she started watching Riverdale lately.
Interesting.
Oh no.
I'm like, Mom, why are you watching this? I know you're on the treadmill. This is your treadmill show.
The treadmill show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she has a list of treadmill shows. This is the most recent one she's watching. And I'm like, I'm not a big fan of the whole Archie comics. Maybe that's why I'm interested in it. I'm like, seriously, if you want to watch something like that, go watch Wednesday. I tell her that.
That's so true.
I tell her that. If you want something dark and serious, watch Wednesday. Better than this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you turn this group of comic book characters that's supposed to make you laugh into something depressing.
Ooh.
I mean, they did that in the comics too, so.
Oh, they did?
Well, not like this, but after they killed off Archie, they rebooted it to be a little more hotter and cooler, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
By the way, Joe, that was my mother who just came in. Coincidence. Actually, Joe, can I borrow you for a second? We're having a special appearance.
Oh no.
Special appearance. Here we go.
My mother, guys.
Hey, who am I saying hi to?
You're on a live stream.
Hi, everyone.
I got one more question for you. Any other recommended shows? We've talked about Friends. We talked about Seinfeld. We talked about your most recent show, Riverdale. You, not him. We do him in June. You heard it here, folks.
Modern Family.
Modern Family.
I like
Wow.
Modern. I've always liked Modern Family.
My little sister got me into Modern Family. Now she also got her into Modern Family.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, you can never go wrong with it. Let's put it that way.
No. And it kind of like took after The Office in a sense with like the camera work. Like, you know how The Office started like that, like documentary style camera shooting.
Yes.
This was one of those follow-ups for it that actually, wow, you can make a modern day sitcom.
And Sofia Vergara does not age.
She really
He
doesn't.
really doesn't.
You're absolutely right.
Let's put it this way. This whole show, she never aged one bit.
No, and she's what, almost 50?
She's in her 50s.
Wow, that's wild.
Still hasn't aged.
She's one of the few people who are like, it's like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise will never age. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Oh my God. No, this is a good pick. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good show too.
Do I want to do one more or no?
You can do as much as you want. And then if you have any movies, let us know too.
Honestly, the only other movie I would think would be Frozen, but you know what me and Frozen. We don't talk about Frozen.
Oh,
What about Bruno?
We sing
was-
about Bruno.
Ah,
that was cold.
As a good friend of mine,
ooh,
said.
that was good.
we don't talk about Bruno, but we could sing about Bruno.
Exactly.
We don't talk about coldness in the room.
But the
Oh.
last show, I'll do this last one and then I'll give it to you guys.
Yes, what do you got?
Abbott Elementary.
Abbott Elementary, is that right?
Oh,
Never watched
there's
it.
actually there's two more.
Everyone's
Yeah,
talking
it's a
about
new
that one.
show on ABC. Honestly, just finished its second season.
Okay.
It is about it's like The Office, but it's in an elementary school in Philadelphia.
Oh, that's so cool. I actually have to check this out.
I
These
might
from the
watch-
people who brought The Office.
don't know,
Good question.
but this has won so many Emmys and Golden Globes.
Yeah, it's funny how is it really just like The Office, but in a different setting?
Isn't that like some of these shows, like Modern Family,
Yeah, like about a
Scrubs?
yeah.
Another idea.
Or
Write this down,
Scrubs.
JT. Mockumentary shows.
That's the word that I couldn't think
Yep.
of. What it is. Yeah.
hmm And then I think there's one more.
All right. So
The
Abbott Elementary.
Goldbergs.
Oh, I they just
Okay.
ended their show.
I'll
I
talk about
know.
that
You
one
gotta watch the
next
last
month.
season of the Goldbergs.
I've never watched it.
I
I'm
I'll
not a
talk
big
about
fan
this
of it.
one next month.
I saw the first 3 seasons when it was on TV.
It's basically like family life in the 80s.
Yeah, and it's funny for those of you who don't know the Goldbergs. I just want to chime in for a second. Forgive me. Like at the end of the show in the credits, they actually show real footage that the real Adam Goldberg, shot in the 80s. It's hysterical.
So mainly it's based about his life.
Yeah.
And apparently it's toned down.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard too.
But again, I'll talk about that in, next month.
Ah,
Haha. All right. I think that's it. I gotta get him. I know there's a huge list that she would recommend watching.
Okay.
So
So,
who should I pass it to next?
is that it for your TV shows and movies?
I don't think, oh, Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde and Miss Congeniality. Anything
Nice.
rom-com with her.
Oh, with what's her face? With Reese Witherspoon or
AKA my least favorite movie genre.
which is
Yeah.
Rom-com.
Rom-coms.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Now you
gotta-
wonder why I did not show up in the Valentine's Day episode.
that's right. Actually,
I hate rom-coms.
none of you showed up.
I was
What
away,
about
so I
Deadpool?
have an excuse.
I
I was away.
protested.
Bill was on
but
vacation.
Allie,
Justin was tied up. Yeah, what do
Deadpool.
you got?
What?
Deadpool though.
Hmm.
That's a
Deadpool is
rom-com.
another
Good point.
story.
Deadpool.
It's Deadpool.
It's a rom-com.
It really is.
Now you have to make me go see Deadpool.
Deadpool. Oh my!
Was released on Valentine's Day weekend.
Of 2016. That's right.
And all the advertising had Deadpool doing this.
Exactly.
He was just like showing his hard hands. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, again, any rom-com movie she would probably watch and recommend.
Okay. Any from from a certain time period or just in general?
Legally Blonde, Miss Congeniality, any Adam Sandler movie, Adam Sandler rom-com, like 50 First Dates, Never Been Kissed.
Oh my god, never been kissed.
When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, I love When Harry Met Sally.
I don't think she's seen that one. I want to see that.
No.
No,
I don't know, she never watched
I've never
that
seen
one.
it either.
I wanna see it.
No, God.
And by the way, I'm gonna have exactly what you guys are having.
I know that quote. Who doesn't?
that is
Best
The-
scene.
best scene in
Ever.
the movie. Oh my god, I'll have what she's having.
And that was his mother.
Mainly
Yeah,
ones
there's
with
mother.
female leads. Rom-com.
okay.
All right, we're done.
So that's it. Those are all the movies and movies and TV shows recommended from your mother.
Pretty much.
All right, cool. I just want to give before we go on, before we continue our wonderful quest here right now on our podcast. I just want to, for those of you who don't know, we do the show live, and there are a couple people watching us live. I just want to give a complete and utter shout out to a couple people that are watching us.
All
Mr.
right, who's watching?
Mr. Joe Wiley is watching us, and none other than not only is Joe Wiley watching, one of my closest friends. Thank you so much for tuning in, but Doctor
Matt Hensley's watching.
Yes, he is.
Matt Hensley in the house.
I thought
All
that
right,
might
Matt,
make
what did you
sense.
recommend for mothers?
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Not just Matt Hensley. Say it with me, Bugs. Doctor
Doctor
Matt Hensley is in the house.
PhD. Don't forget the PhD people.
PhD, Matt Henley.
Hey,
MD.
JT. Hensley.
Is there a butler here?
Oh my
We're just kidding,
God,
Matt. We love you.
No,
We love you, Matt.
I know that doesn't sound very professional, but these are two of our really good friends. We had to.
Yeah,
just
they
go with
are really good buddies of ours.
that. Yes. But anyways, I digress.
So Joe Wiley and Dr. Hensley are watching.
Yes, I happen to just glance over and say, "Oh my goodness, there's people watching us live." I forgot about that. It's okay. It's all good, everyone. It's all good. Anyway,
Live.
Any of them have recommendations for mothers to watch?
Chatport, help
You
us
know
out.
what?
If you
Yeah,
have
help
any-
us out here, guys.
What do
you
your
guys-
moms like to watch?
What do you? The way that was said. What does your mom like to watch?
Very blunt. Very blunt.
So, was your mom like to watch?
What? What did he say?
I'm telling you right now, everyone, the
Is
chocolate's
that
run out.
right?
They're selling chocolate. I'll tell you, my mom introduced me to SpongeBob. I'm just kidding. I'll get to mine in a little bit.
I would have
All
said.
right. So who's
All right.
next?
We're getting all sidetracked here. All right. Justin.
Okay.
yeah, all right. What are some films that your mother has recommended to you, and TV shows as well?
Well, my mom, believe it or not, was a huge fan of the first Hangover movie.
Really?
Oh
What?
my
That's a
God.
movie you
She
don't
said
watch
she
with your
has
mother.
never laughed so much in her life in the movie. To this
That's
movie.
Great.
And it was, when I saw it, I couldn't really appreciate how crass and over the line that this movie truly went. And I have to say, this movie had balls.
Wow.
Um,
Your mom has good taste, Justin. She does.
fun fact, she also does not like Bridesmaids.
Whoa.
Tell your mother thank you.
You made Allie happy.
All right, will do. Now, another movie she really enjoyed was, I can really only say like how much she enjoyed it and why she enjoyed it, and it's really these short little blurbs. So I apologize if I'm not going super in depth with these movies or TV shows. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Thing.
So my parents don't go to the movies that often. Like at all. Like my dad will go see James Bond movies in theaters. He will go see the Star Wars movies in theaters.
And you said you got to go see Indiana Jones with him.
Yes, he wants to see the last Indiana Jones movie in theaters because that's one of the few franchises he has left that he's seen every installment in the theater thus far. So when everyone was saying, you have to see this in theaters, to them, they went and saw it in theaters. Like, I tell you how much my dad goes to the theater. My mother goes to the theater even less often.
Wow.
Basically, only if it's with my dad. So they go to the movie, and to them, Rami Malek really was Freddie Mercury.
Oh yeah.
I did like his performance in it.
Like the extent that JT was fanboygasming out to Austin Butler's Elvis.
Oh yeah.
Probably like 75% there with this performance, just because JT's fanboying over Austin Butler transcends any charts.
Mm.
Yes, it's sad but true.
Which, by the way, Austin Butler did deserve that Oscar.
I agree.
Agreed.
I didn't see The Whale. I can't make an opinion. Now, she watches more TV than movies. Now, before I go into her recommendations, because I did ask her for top 3 recommendations for TV. Before I go into those, though, there is a show that we both watch,
Okay.
and we usually watch them together.
Aw.
I know. It's on HBO Max,
Ooh.
and it's called The Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, you've told me about this.
Oh my God.
Everyone and their freaking mother has recommended it to me.
What's the
This
Righteous
show
Gemstones?
The Righteous
It's
what?
like if Jim Baker met Eastbound and Down.
What is it called again? The Righteous what?
The Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry. Go on.
And the reason why I'm mentioning this show right now is because the trailer for season 3 just dropped today, and it is confirmed that season 3 is starting on June 18th of this year. And I'm excited.
Which is ironically, that's Father's Day.
I
Well, now it's a Father's Day show.
Ironically, my dad thinks this is too stupid, and yet she's the one that complains about all the stupid shit we watch. But
I have to go binge watch this show now, don't I?
it's only 2 seasons. You can do it.
All right, let's do it.
Not too bad.
Although I will say the pilot episode is an hour and a half long.
Oh.
It's like a movie.
I know it starts out like a movie, but it's so cinematic. Okay, I want to paint a picture for you guys. It opens up with the members of this mega church baptizing citizens in China in a wave pool.
Oh, wow.
Think of the comedic possibilities of that. The wave pool starts going. Everyone's being knocked over, expecting to be back.
Hallelujah.
Exactly. This show thrives on blasphemy, shock humor, and shock violence at times. This show is shockingly violent, although it's probably to be expected since it's the same guys who did the new Halloween movies.
Whoa.
It's true. David Gordon Green created this show too.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So, Mom, get ready because June 18th, Gemstone time.
Woo! Awesome. Is that it for your shows?
No, I have her 3 recommendations.
Okay, go ahead.
And those are Homeland.
You want to talk about it all or no?
Now, I remember my mother was obsessed with this show when it was out. They were glued to the TV every time it was on. I could never really get into it. I don't know.
Okay.
Second is, I think it's Firefly Lane.
Okay. On Netflix?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I know nothing about this show.
It only lasted 2 seasons, so.
And then the third one, which is her current obsession, Yellowstone.
My mom
Ah.
loves that show too. And don't forget the sequels and the prequels.
Oh, I'm not forgetting about the sequels and prequels and potential spin-offs. She wants a spin-off of the character on the right so badly.
Isn't it
What's her name? Beth?
I'm not sure.
She loves that character.
Isn't
Oh,
this a
this one right here? Wait, my
Um,
right or your right?
the blonde, right?
Yes. I think her name is Beth.
Okay.
She loves Beth. She wants a spin-off with Beth.
Isn't
She
Yellowstone?
is super upset about the possibility of Kevin Costner leaving the show.
Well, the a couple of things. Didn't they say they canceled this show already, or they said they're ended after this season?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think they said they're going to end it because let's just say you'll be hearing about this from me in June. So,
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, get ready for our June show, everyone.
get ready for the.
I know.
You'll be
I
hearing
have
about this.
stuff to say about the Goldbergs, and Bill has stuff to say about Yellowstone.
Stay tuned next month for
Yeah,
that.
it's only May 10th, 2023. Get ready for next month.
Yeah.
No, but 1883 and 1923 are spin-offs of it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
1883 has Sam Elliott, and 1923 has Harrison Ford.
That's right.
Oh,
that's
Sam
right.
Elliott. You can't go wrong with the voice of Sam Elliott.
Yeehaw, everyone. It's Harrison Ford. It's Harrison. Get off my lawn. You're driving me
Is
crazy
Harrison
here.
Ford Helen Mirren?
Yeah,
Get
tell
off
me-
my planes.
Get- This is my property now, kids. I'm gonna
That's
whip
not
you.
how the old West works.
Yeehaw! Apparently, the space cadet version of me didn't fly well with you.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. I love doing my Harrison Ford voice, and I was like, "So get off my lawn, you stupid kid." It's so perfect.
Well,
Too.
you can't do it without the point.
Oh yeah. She was my wife.
I didn't kill my wife.
I don't.
I don't care.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good one. But yeah, we can go on about Harrison Ford. But it's Yellowstone and the spinoffs. Okay, cool. Any other
And
movies?
she's obsessed with like everything that this creator does, like this stuff, Tulsa King,
Oh,
the what was the Jeremy Renner one? Mayor of Kingstown.
all on Paramount Plus, mind you.
Yep.
oh.
Shameless plug for Paramount Plus.
Yes, you can sponsor us by emailing us at thesuperreviewshow@gmail.com if you want.
Or
Paramount.
call 1-800-GOT
Got
Bill.
Bill. Yep.
We
Yeah.
reside at the stadium of the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, you.
And Buffalo.
Just remember, it's not 1-900-GOT Bill. That's a totally different number.
Don't call that number. Don't.
That's a
All
spam
right.
call.
It's
That's
like
them asking them about money. That they've collected your children. They've collected your sister.
it's like Harrison
And they
Ford.
want you to pay $8,000 and give you
I
their
re-
credit card number.
I'm really gonna change my voice on my voicemail on my phone to be like Harrison Ford, like, "Hello, you've reached the voicemail of the J-Man. I can't come to the phone right now, but if you leave a brief message." I want to do that so
Do
bad
it.
because of
Do it.
Harrison Ford out there. I know you're 80 years old, but I don't give it. I love
God
it,
bless
man.
them.
No,
God
you know what
bless
you should
you.
do? You should do Harrison Ford doing a Scottish accent from Last Crusades.
Yes.
I'm here to
I
see
think
the
we're going way off
tapestries.
topic here. Our
Hate to
mother
see
Yeah, I
the
think we need to
tapestries.
get back on topic here.
I'm here to see the
This is
tapestry.
the castle, is it not? You must
All
have
right,
tapestry.
people, let's get back to the topic.
Let's get back on this Mother's Day event here, shall we?
Any more,
Okay.
Justin?
Any more, Justin?
That is it.
Okay.
Sorry to those who are listening to us via earbuds, and I hope you didn't blow your ears with me going like, I'm talking like her.
Okay.
Anyways, I digress. Sorry.
J-Man, it's down to you and me.
All right, Bill, do you want to go first?
You know what? I will go first.
Okay. What does
Okay,
Bill's
you know
mother
what?
recommend?
I'll be honest with you. This is not going to be that exciting of a list.
That's fine.
My mom doesn't really watch a lot of TV.
Oh, okay.
She's more of a reader.
We encourage reading, by the way. Just saying.
And
Reading's
she's
fun.
not really a big movie person, so this is gonna be a little
Tedious.
yeah. So I'm gonna start with movies.
Tedious.
She only gave me 2.
What do you got?
Okay. I've never seen this movie in my life.
Oh boy.
Steel Magnolias.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay.
If anybody knows about this, please tell me.
That's
I
a play.
know of it.
For some reason, like, thank you for being a
This
friend.
is
Just came out in my
isn't
head.
this the movie that Sally Field won Best Actress for? And she's like, you like me. You really like me.
I think so, actually.
Isn't Dolly Parton in this too?
Yeah.
And she's working 9 to 5
Yes.
for service and devotion.
Ha 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 ha. Amen.
Yeah, this was originally a play.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
So crazy.
Or this became a play. I don't know. That's the only reason how I heard of Steel Magnolias.
I've heard of it. That's it.
Yeah, I know nothing about this movie.
All right.
But you know what? At least I will be honest with all you folks.
Amen.
Okay. The next one. This one you're gonna find a little pleasantly surprised.
Really?
Justin, I think you might know this one.
Oh no.
Diplomatic immunity.
What?
Has just been revoked.
Lethal Weapon.
Really?
My
What?
mom loves Lethal Weapon.
Can't believe it.
Wow.
I'm too old for this shit.
I remember we were
Mel
talking
Gibson
about
and
this
Danny Glover?
before Mel Gibson went cuckoo cuckoo.
He's still cuckoo. He's
Before
still
Mel
cuckoo
Gibson
too.
went crazy.
Oh, he was chewing this one, but
He was
we
the
loved
fun
him for it.
crazy. Now he's just insane.
This
But
was crazy cool, Mel Gibson.
You want to
Okay,
jump?
it's Mel
Well, that's fine
Gibson.
with me.
is it crazy cool Mel Gibson or just crazy Mel Gibson?
Crazy.
We don't
cool.
know.
This one is crazy cool Mel Gibson. Mel, goddamn. Anyway,
You guys wouldn't understand that joke. Sorry.
you know, the thing is when you and your friend tell a joke to other people, you two are the only ones, and you and your friend are the only ones who get it. Kind of a fun feeling.
I agree.
We love you guys, but it's kind of fun. What'd you say, Justin?
I mean, I just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, so Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon, badass movie.
Of course.
And anyone have other things to say about it? I haven't watched it in a while, so
I met Danny Glover and I got his autograph. He was the first ever autograph I ever got at Comic-Con.
what is he
Wow.
like? He seems like a nice guy.
It's kind of quiet. I mean, his autograph was $20, so I mean, that really tells you something right there. But and actually, it's funny. The picture for those of you listening to us, you might be able to see this. But the picture I have pulled up, he actually signed this exact picture.
And do you have it hanging in the J cave?
I have it hanging in the J cave, baby.
Ah,
I have all my autographs, including Nichelle Nichols.
And respect the J property.
Yes, respect. If those of you who don't know where I live, good for you. But I do have a sign outside my door that says, oh, what does it say? It's like it's J-Man. No, the J Cave, home of the J-Man. Please be respectful of the J property. I'm not kidding. I actually have a floor mat that says that. But no, Lethal Weapon, great movie, great film series too. Recommend it too.
Written by Shane Black.
Who actually was in Predator? How could we forget that? Of course.
Yeah, and he also did the Iron Man movie, Iron Man 3, though, right?
Iron Man 3. And Kiss Bang Bang.
So he's been
And
with
the Nice Guys.
the ones with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
Yep.
That was a fun one.
Shane Black's actually a pretty cool guy. He also he was one of the creative forces behind the most recent, not the Prey movie, but the Predator movie before that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately.
That one wasn't great.
Yeah, sorry everyone. Sorry to bum you all out, but
Okay, so I got a couple TV shows.
All right.
And I want to apologize because most of them I've never really watched.
It's okay. It's recommended by your mother, so it's okay.
And these are recommended by my mother.
Your mother.
My mom, Mama Murph.
Mama Murph.
Oh, just wait until next month for Father's Day. You see the recommendations of who, Justin?
Papa Murph.
Be afraid. Am I right, Justin?
Same with my dad, the Ween.
Okay, so anyway, but it's Mother's Day. We'll talk about Father's Day in June. But anyway.
Yeah.
So TV shows. FBI.
Oh, really?
Yes, from Dick Wolf, the man who brought us Law and Order.
Wow. I actually have a client who loves FBI.
Interesting.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought you were going to say, the client named Dick Wolf.
How many guys out there you think are named Dick Wolf?
Not many.
Not many, Bill. Not many.
Okay. So I've never really watched this show. I know it was created by Dick Wolf, the same gentleman who brought us Law and Order. And I know my mom watches it like every week. So yeah. Next one is Chicago Med.
The Chicago series are always good.
Yep.
As we
The
are still in the
Chicago
world of Guess Who? Of Dick
Whoa.
Wolf.
Wait. Are you sure Chicago PD's not on the list, Bill?
No, it's not. She said she likes Chicago Med the best, but
Out of the three of them, out of Chicago Fire and PD and Med?
I kind of like Chicago PD the best.
Same.
I haven't watched like every episode, but yeah. This, from what I've seen, it seems. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm not giving a big description here.
You're good, bud.
Nah, I mean, all the Chicago series are like,
It's all connected,
Yep. Same with the Law and Order series
and probably same with the FBI. It's all connected.
and NCISs.
In the Chicago Cinematic Universe.
The CCU.
No offense to our viewers in the great city of Chicago. We love you.
I love that band, by the way. Just saying.
29 or 6 to 4?
25
love
or
it.
6 to
Saturday.
5?
in the
I mean, does
park.
anyone really know what time it is?
Does anyone exactly? It's only the beginning, guys. It's only just the start.
Do you love it Saturday in the park on the 4th of July?
Damn Skippy, bro.
Okay.
Anyways.
So moving right along.
All that jazz.
You like jazz?
No.
Do you like Huey Lewis in the news?
Why? That was great.
Okay.
All right. Anyways.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. This one is something that you would expect women of a certain age to watch. HGTV, especially Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Not my mother, but I mean, HGTV is always good.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
Oh my God, Bill! My mom watches this too.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm guessing with our mothers, Justin, and then you two with Chip and Joanna Gaines, with the Yellowstones and the Chip and Joanna Gaines. Have our mothers swiped right?
Yep.
Ours
That's
do, I
weird.
guess, huh?
That's
They
a weird.
Oh man.
This episode of Mixed Bag has been brought to you by thisisreallyweird.com.
We
It's a
totally bought the
small
rights to
world
it.
after all.
I can't believe you chose Chip and Gaines, by the way, bud.
What if I chose Chippendales?
Well, that's a different story.
Well, that's something.
I mean,
entirely
everybody's working
different.
for the weekend.
Everybody's
God,
trying to find romance.
guys.
Everybody's going off the deep end.
No, always
Everybody
Chris
needs
Farley,
a
Patrick Swayze,
second
and
chance.
Having just dancing.
I cannot think of that song now without thinking about Chris Farley and Patrick Swayze.
Mhm.
Rest in
Oh
peace.
my God.
Okay, you know what? We are getting very distracted in this episode. We really are.
We're having a good time on this episode of Mixed Bag. Here we go.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Happy Mother's Day, moms! You get to listen to us talk about Patrick Swayze, Chris Farley.
I'm gonna quote Bill.
Right, though, because she does love Dirty Dancing too.
Okay, so see, it all ties in.
I'm gonna quote Bill for a second. Here you are watching a group of young individuals talk about Chip and Gaines, Joanna, and
Chip
all
and
of them,
Gaines?
and whatever, and practically, Betty White and what's that show? I can't
Golden
think of it.
Girls?
Golden Girls.
Wait, when
And the
did I
Golden
say that?
Girls.
When did I say that? And I don't talk like that.
You said that in 2021.
You
Oh, I
sound
did?
like a Jewish woman sometimes.
I sound like a what?
A
Jewish
Jewish
woman.
mother?
A
Really?
No, it was like,
bubby. Not just a Jewish mother.
No.
A bubby.
all right, order in the
Jewish
court,
grandmother.
order in the court, order in the court.
Okay,
Oh,
order of the court.
God.
Order of the court.
Bill and I before we move on, Bill and I, because Bill and I were talking about the movie Trainwreck, like literally 2 years ago now. We were talking about our guilty pleasure list, and he's like, "I now we present you two good men talking about Pitch Perfect and Trainwreck."
Yes, I remember
How
that.
do you guys like Pitch Perfect?
I love
Yes,
Pitch
we
Perfect.
do. And by the way, Anna,
Call me.
call me Anna.
Call
Oh.
Bill.
Am I sure I'm in the right group of people?
Oh my god.
Okay,
Anyway.
so anyway, moving right, in the words of Kermit the Frog, moving right along.
All right.
Allie, I'm scared.
Okay,
Is it
Yeah.
time to leave, Mr. Mom?
bye guys. Okay, anyway.
Oh hi. Anyways, go ahead.
Oh
Blink
hi.
twice if you're in danger.
I mean, we're going down.
We're going down, swinging.
All right.
Exactly.
So why do you like? Why does your mom like Chip and Joanna Gaines?
I think she just likes the home improvement aspect of it, and they seem like fine folks. Do people still say that? Fine folks.
Oh, I'm sure they're just swell, Bill.
I'm sure they're just swell too. And I'm not gonna lie, Joanna Gaines is kind of pretty, but I know you're married, Joanna, so I won't. I'll stay away.
Hence the chip.
Yes.
Ah.
The chip. I am staying here in my home where none of you know where I live.
Please enter the chat
Yes.
if you're interested in knowing where Bill Murphy lives.
Yes. We'll DM it to you.
I am in this undisclosed location. But anyway, I've watched it a few times and it's interesting. I've never really got into the whole home improvement shows.
Either.
But no, I think like during COVID when we were all, I remember my mom had it on constantly. I'm like, oh my God, more HD TV. She goes, it's some of the best stuff on. I'm like, okay.
That's like me with TLC sometimes with the 90 Day Fiance shows.
TLC before they went crazy and got weird on us. God bless you, TLC.
Yes.
Oh, just watch. With the writer's strike going on, more shows like this are going to get even more popular.
And if you want to know more about the writer's strike, go watch last week's episode.
Yeah,
Just
tune in
remember,
last week.
Krusty Krab is unfair.
Mr. Krabs in there.
All right.
Okay,
Got
anyway,
it, Bill?
okay. I think we need like Adderall for this episode. We're losing focus.
For this episode,
What was
General.
it? Okay.
Rob Riggle as Adderall.
But anyway, yeah, this is a decent show, and they work well together. Okay, moving on. Moving on. This is an older show that's been off the air for years. It's called Judging Amy.
Judging Amy?
Judging.
Not. Oh, I see what she's talking about.
Oh, God.
Judging and aiming.
Sorry, everyone. I typed
I
the wrong
barely
one.
remember this show.
I've never even
What
heard
is
of
this
it.
show?
I have no idea what the show even is.
I remember reruns of it when I was a kid. I remember my mom watching it, but
I have no idea what this is.
Did she
I have,
recommend this to you the other day?
what was that?
Did she recommend this to you just for this episode or in general?
In general, and for this episode, I actually literally did this like an hour beforehand.
Oh, it's okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, I did the basically did my homework at the last minute.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So did I. It's okay.
Yeah,
you
but
guys saw my
anyway-
mom pop eyes because I knew I had asked if she was there.
Anyway, let's move on. Rizzoli and Isles.
Oh. It's easy.
Thank you.
Yes, it's about two female cops in my least favorite city in America. Hold on. Boom. I had to talk about the city. I had to wear this.
Your cousin from
It
Boston.
keeps me safe from the evil forces of that
Boston.
city. Anyway, no offense to our listeners in the great city of Boston. We love you. We hate your teams, but we love you.
We hate your teams.
And remember, I parked the car at the harbor.
Where's my khakis?
We still love you. And we beat you twice in the Super Bowl. Anyway,
We digress.
but anyway, we digress. But yeah, I've seen this show a couple of times. I actually think it's pretty good. It's about two badass women cops in Boston.
Cool.
And I think what's so pretty interesting about this show is that from what I've seen, it shows that the cops really have no romantic interest. Which I think is pretty interesting. I don't know what you guys think of that concept, but
I don't mind.
it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
But yeah, I don't remember her name. But I
Oh,
know
yeah.
she used to be in Law and Order.
The actress?
Yes.
Which one?
The one with the black hair.
Ah,
I can't remember her name right now. I
It's
am
not
staring.
Sasha Alexander, is it?
No, it's someone else.
Angie Harmon?
Oh, Angie Harmon. Thank you. Because I'm
there you
saying,
go.
thinking, I'm staring right at her, but I don't remember her name.
It's on the poster. It's okay.
It's on the poster.
It's on the tip of my tongue and the tip of the poster.
Oh my god.
It's on top of the poster. No, since we're still talking about it, I gotta keep it on. Anyway. But yeah, it's an interesting show. And yeah, it was Oli and Niles. She used to Angie Harmon, she used to be on Law and Order.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's a fun chick cop show.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, last but not least, my mom likes
Jay.
anything with it. No, I'm not finished.
Oh. Sorry. Jumped it on. Sorry.
Shame.
Go in
No
the corner.
shame.
You've been muted. No, I'm just kidding.
Pardoned.
Anything with Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
There's such a important.
What?
Okay. Going out to Flavortown, aren't we?
Yes.
My mom loves
Your mom made my day.
my mom loves Triple D.
Wait, did she watch Triple G?
Yeah, she does. So actually, when I came down here, she was watching it.
Shows.
She was actually watching it when I came down.
Diners, drive-ins.
I don't know if there's any new episodes on, but Triple G is amazing. Anything Guy
My
Fieri is
dad loves
amazing.
that show too.
What, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Drives?
Oh my god, yeah.
Wait, your
He has
mom
the
or your
cookbook.
dad, Justin?
He has the cookbook.
No, but my mom loves Triple G. And you know what? I got him in. It's so fascinating in Triple G that they could put all that together, all those food together in like 30 minutes.
With
Mm.
challenges too. Don't forget
Yeah.
the challenges.
I wonder if they give them more than 30 minutes and they just edit everything out.
No, it is 30.
Yeah, but Guy Fieri, she loves Triple G, loves Triple D. And
POC,
what?
Tournament of Champions.
Yes, she does watch that too. So
This last season was amazing for Tournament of Champions.
Guy Fieri just see, because when we go to this casino in Connecticut, I'm not going to say the name of it because, you know, yes, that. We go, Guy Fieri actually has a restaurant there. No, he does. I swear to God.
Okay, now I'm hungry.
I'm sorry, Justin. Yeah, food's okay. The food is pretty good. Yeah, but my mom loves Guy Fieri. Okay. Were we just doing movies and TVs? Because I have music too, but if we're just doing movies and TV, I yield.
I think just movies and TVs.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could do another one later, maybe next year.
Yeah. I yield.
All right, JT, you're up to bat.
I need a let's go. You need a life right now.
I do need a life right now. I'm laughing at all this stupid guys.
JT, ignore the memes. Ignore the memes.
Ignore the meme.
It's so
Memes. I don't
the
see any
Guy
memes.
Fieri memes. Oh, when I edit this, it's gonna be a pain, but I'm gonna love it. All right. Anyway,
JT goes nuts over Guy Fieri memes.
that's my next obsession. So funny. I have to move on. I can't. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay. Just we can do this once.
So what does
I'm
your mom
so
recommend?
sorry
I need
to our
some good
listeners.
ingredients for a nice little dinner.
So sorry. All right. Oh,
We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Do.
Put the please stand by thing right now.
All right. So the first
You all
one.
get to stare at my New York Giants poster while we wait.
This should be a video on itself. JT and Justin losing.
Our favorite memes. Oh my god. Okay.
Breathe.
Okay.
You need to step out for a second.
The first one that my mom recommended to me for Mother's Day was not Guy Fieri memes. And it was not Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. As great as the show as that is, it's just like the memes are so funny. But let's talk
Others
about
out there.
Let's talk. All right, I'm taking it back, everyone. Let's talk about Sleepless in Seattle.
I'm bringing it back.
I'm bringing it
Tom
back.
Hanks and Sandra Bullock. Oh no, it's Meg Ryan.
I'm gonna start with movies. I'm trying to catch my breath after laughing myself sick. Live on
Same.
air. Oh my god! All right, so I'm catching my breath. My mom introduced me to a bunch of classic. If I start laughing, and forgive me, but she introduced me to a bunch of romantic comedies from the '80s. One of them we already talked about, which was Harry Met Sally. Excuse me. The other one is Sleepless in Seattle. Sleepless in Seattle is a classic in my book. It turns 30 years old this year.
Wow.
1993 it came out, and maybe we could do a movie commentary on it. Maybe I'll do a review of it, whatever. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But it stars Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan is actually playing another love interest role again after When Harry Met Sally, which is convenient for her, I guess. But I love it. It's a great movie. I want to thank my mom for recommending it to me, because that took me in a different direction as far as movies go. It's like, 'cause when I was really young, I didn't really watch a lot of like movies that were coming out like Grown Ups or like the Adam Sandler comedies. And I didn't really watch. I would later watch them, but I didn't watch them like at the time. But movies like Sleepless in Seattle hit me hard, and I fell in love with them right then and there. You know what I mean? It's just it's a stone cold classic movie overall. I love it to death. That's one of them. Another one my mom introduced me to, and actually, Doctor PhD psychologist extraordinaire Matt Hemsley.
Matt Hemsley!
Our dear friend jumped in the chat board and said, "My mom has recommended," and I completely agree with him. They did this to me too, but Back to the Future.
Yes.
So
JT, we've swiped right today.
Proud.
My mom loves the trilogies.
It's so good. I love the film series, the trilogy in general. It's a classic amongst Hollywood, one of the pillars of the 80s, of course.
I cannot wait for this to go on Broadway.
I'm excited about that too. I'm excited for them to actually
Field trip, we're going.
Super Review Show at the Broadway Theater. Anyways,
It's super reviewed.
it will be super reviewed. Damn right. But Back to the Future was one of the earliest films that my mom made me watch. She made me watch Back to the Future, and I'll get to a couple others in a second, but it was one of the first movies I ever saw. And I was like, oh my God, I literally thought I could build a time machine. It made me believe that anything is possible in film. And this is one of the movies that did that for me. So this is a big one for me. I love the film. I love the whole trilogy, truthfully. And it's a classic amongst Hollywood. So there's Back to the Future. Another one that my mother introduced me to at a very young age, and Bill knows where this is going.
I know where this is going.
Yes, you
Why?
do. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow.
So
I thought this would be your father, but your mother.
my mother was very smart, and she still is. She introduced me to the greatest movie of all time, in my eyes, which is Raiders of the Lost Ark from 1981. The film is over 42 years old now.
JT, how old were you?
Legit like 8.
Oh my God.
It like you, Justin, I don't think you understand. I had the whole getup. I wouldn't leave the house if I didn't have a fedora on. It was crazy.
So, how did you react to that scene?
Oh, what the idol, the very beginning?
No, the
face
very
melting
end
scene.
with the wrath of God.
Oh, spoilers for the ending. It was I was frightened as a child watching that.
Oh,
It was so like I didn't really care. Like my parents, I don't want to say they didn't care, but they were like, "Hey, just watch whatever you want. Let's put in old movies for them." That's why I have an appreciation for the past as much as I do, because without watching Raiders of the Lost Ark, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, another one. I'll just mention. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but they brought it up for me. Another reason why.
Because you were brought up more on like the 70s, 80s type movies.
Yeah, they would show me like Grease. I know Bill.
Because when we started becoming friends and I would bring up more modern movies, you're like, never seen it.
Literally, a lot of the movies that I was raised on are movies that are primarily from the decades of the 60s, 70s, 80s into the 90s. What my parents saw.
Because when we did a review of just recently, when we did a commentary of this lovely movie right here,
42, yep.
you're like, I never seen it.
And it came out, 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, and there's another movie which we'll be doing a 10-year commentary on this year that he has never seen.
The Wolf of Wall
Justin.
Street.
Yes. Check out that.
I wasn't a
Coming
big
soon.
fan of it.
Oh.
What was that?
I've seen it. I was not a big fan of it.
Oh, you're joining this commentary too.
Oh, God.
Mm.
We'll find a
Well,
way.
let me give you the answer. I work.
Yep.
I have to work.
She's a workaholic.
She works so hard for her money, so you better treat her right.
Oh my God. Anyways,
Oh.
but
You
yeah,
don't need to train me. I train myself.
there you go. But yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark, big highlight for me. I love it. My favorite movie in the whole widest world. Love it to death. I'm trying to think off the top of my- So as far as TV shows go, though, we touched on the Goldbergs. Like I said, I found that on my own, but my mom kind of like introduced me to it a little bit. She got hooked on it too. As far as my mom recommending me other movies as well or other TV shows, I'd have to say, well, Seinfeld was a big one. We already touched on that though. Frasier, I kind of discovered. Cheers, I never really got into.
I will talk about Frasier and Cheers when we do the Father's Day special with my dad.
There you go.
Knows your name.
And
He's currently watching both of them
oh,
on
nice.
Paramount Plus and Peacock. If they still have it.
Nice. Okay. What I'm trying to think, what other? I'm trying to think what the show was. My mom introduced me to a show when I was really young. I forgot the name of the show, but it was on cable for a while. And then, oh, you know what it was? That's right. So we rewatched the show with my family, and we rewatched The West Wing.
Oh, I love that show.
My parents have not seen that show in ages.
And it's really, really good television.
I love that show.
So, but what we found it on HBO Max. I'm like, hey, let's watch it. So we watched a lot of it. I didn't watch all of it with them, but I watched a good chunk of it. I remember it being on because it ended in 2006. I was born in 98. So it was on from what, 99 to what, 99 to 2006. So that being said, I remembered being on, and they introduced me to that as well. Regardless of the politics of the show or whatever it was, if you think that way about everything in life, you're just wrong. There's more to life than just politics.
You know what? What probably one of my favorite scenes in that show is.
What is it?
And people have seen this go viral. It's I think it was like after the midterms in the show. They're at some party,
Yeah,
and Bartlett, who's played by Martin Sheen, is sitting there, and that radio host is sitting right there.
Yeah.
And he's going, I love how you said homosexuality is an abomination. God does. And they're talking about the Bible, saying, do I have to burn my mother in a small family gathering for wearing two different types of garments? Do I have to, my chief of staff says I have to work on the Sabbath. Can I kill him, or do I have to get the police to do it? Oh, we have a lot of sports fans in this town. So are they allowed, if they wear gloves, are they allowed to touch the skin of a dead pig? And he's just going off this. And I love how he closes all this when he says, you might mistaken this for your ignorant meeting at the ignorant tight ass club. But in this building, because she's sitting, he's standing, that goes, when the president stands, nobody sits. And then she just slowly stands up because he just bodied her with everything. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Poor choice of words. Because he just destroyed her.
yeah.
And I just want to say everything I just said that was quoted right from the show, just for the record.
Okay.
It was definitely a show of its time, but I definitely went back and rewatched it with my parents and my mom especially, because she really liked the show when it was on. She watched it from start to finish.
Well, I think Aaron Sorkin is a genius, so I
course.
agree with your mom on that one.
And and she's not one to like what do you call it? No. I lost my train of thought. It's okay. Whatever. West Wing, excuse me. West Wing was a big one. I got into that show recently. I rewatched it with them after because I remember the introduction to the intro to the show.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember like the iconic like the score or whatever, and that was really young when I was on. But I remember that I was like, oh, the West Wing, whatever. Cool, whatever. And
I heard that a lot in college.
It was a brilliant show, though.
Brilliant.
There's any other shows that I can think of that I watched as like a family thing? Well, we can end it on a good note or we can end it on a bad note. It's up to you. What do you guys think?
Either note's fine with me.
So my mom is she hasn't seen all of them, but she likes the Marvel films.
Okay.
Like she'll go see like the Avengers movies, but she may not go see like the individual movies. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Got it.
Yeah, to each their own.
But this might shock Justin. I think Justin might have a heart attack. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Really?
we would watch that all the time together. At least the first few seasons of it, and then we just kind of gave up on it because it was like getting really weird and confusing.
I never watched it, so I can't speak to
I
the
It was-
watched 4 episodes.
I watched like 3 seasons, believe it or not, when it was on ABC still, and it was like the first season is rough, man, because it was coming off the heels of the first Avengers film, the best comic book movie of all time, whatever, right? But like, it's hard to come off of that and then come into this. This was such a step down in quality, and Joss Whedon was in charge of it. Like, he was his creation, and the whole show was like not. It kind of went into different directions. It like ended up being really strange, and it ended finally, but it was like really a weird Marvel. I think this might be looked back at as Marvel's most difficult, confusing project that they've ever done.
Well,
I can't
considering that it was under a completely different umbrella than the rest of the MCU,
Exactly.
I mean, this was part of Jeff Loeb's MCU.
Yeah, and this just wants to show you guys the complete side note. This is why I believe that DC did television right for as long as they did. They weren't, the two universes weren't connected. The movies were not connected to the TV show, and the TV show was not connected to the movies. Marvel was all under one umbrella. As far as story wise, not necessarily like production wise, but
Yeah.
that was my, like, the Flash was, what was it? Barry Allen on the Flash, and in the movies it's Barry Allen. That they wanted to keep them separate. So
Yeah.
Marvel, they just said, let's keep everything in one story and we'll go from there. So, but yeah, it was like, I know everyone was obsessed with it, and after like 5 or 6 episodes, people were like, I'm just done. A lot of people were. And I liked it for what it was worth, but it was definitely like, it was one of the only ones I could think of that like my family watched religiously as like a bunch of we watched like regular TV all the time. So but that's really it. I really don't have too many more.
I'm good. You
are
folks.
Are you guys all
I'm
set?
good.
Think so.
All righty. Well, listen, on that note, that's going to do it for us. We want to thank you all for watching, listening, however you enjoyed us tonight. If you've liked what you've seen here, subscribe to us on YouTube. If you've heard, subscribe to us on our Spotify podcast as well. Check us out. I want to thank Justin and Allie for joining us tonight, as always. Appreciate that. Bill, my fearless co-host, you are the man. Thank you again for always tuning in.
Always a pleasure, my good man.
Stepping up when I'm away as well. It's a big, big, big help. Which I will have to tell you guys something off camera, but I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, long story short, guys, thanks so much for watching, listening, enjoy us, and don't forget to subscribe to the Super Sports Insanity Network. They're available on all platforms.
Check us out on all platforms, and look for Ali and I tomorrow for the first time ever on SIN. We're collaborating.
Yeah.
Yep.
And another friend of ours. We're going to be talking about the Giants schedule when it gets released tomorrow.
Yep.
So look out for that. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, they do. I've said this before, I'll say it again. The Sports Insanity Network, they do an incredible work over there. Just really quick backstory. I actually got to speak to Jack Curry of the Yes Network at one time, and I told him, I said, what's the best advice you can give anyone who's in the sports broadcasting field? And I told Bill, I said,
and I had a heart attack when you told me this.
When I spoke to Jack Curry, he said, keep going at it and keep pursuing it and tweak everything make everything the best you can if you can. Because
exactly.
Jack Curry, for those who don't know this and don't live in the New York area, Jack Curry knows someone who did a podcast for 10 years and basically got picked up by the Tampa Bay Rays radio broadcasting department, and he's their radio announcer. So I give them full credit, seriously. Anyways, but that's gonna do it for us, guys. Thanks so much for watching, listening. However you enjoyed us, stay safe, take care, and
be awesome. And whether you have an actual baby or a fur baby, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Yes,
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. How could I forget? Happy Mother's Day to all the proud mothers out there who take care of us and raise us well. Seriously, thank you.
Yeah.
But stay safe.